So we're at 1420 South Michigan at the sales center for GlasHaus. We're taking a look here at the scale model of it. And I am with
Sabrina Bier.
Sabrina, and tell us a little bit about what we're looking at here.
Well, GlasHaus is actually going to be located at 1327 South Wabash. So you're going to be really close to the L and tons of amenities. But the building is 260 units, 25 stories high. They all have outdoor space, as you can see. The amenities are going to be right here. We'll go through those in a minute. Obviously a pool, grilling area, etc. Retail on the bottom, and then a parking garage. These units back here are very unique. They have terraces instead of having balconies. So you get a lot of outdoor space just for those couple of units.
All right. Okay, this would be Wabash that we're looking at right here?
Yep, this is Wabash, yeah.
All right. Okay. Do we want to take a look at the model?
Sure.
Do we have a model back here?
So here's just some common features and amenities for the buildings. Floor to ceiling, windows, 9-inch ceilings, outdoor terraces, etc. All finishes that you'll see in the units. The amenities, there's going to be a club area, which is going to have lounge seating, fireplace, a kitchen, so forth. You can actually show it right here. These are going to be the amenities. There's a fitness center, and then there's a private yoga studio, which is nice. There's a business center, so computers and stuff will be set up there. Obviously restroom. There's a private cinema, so you can have an event or something, or game night or whatever. They can show that. And then over here is a club room, so it's just going to be kind of a lounge for the residents of the building.
And then looks like storage area.
And then this is all individual storage rooms and individual bike racks. And then this is the amenity of the front. You have a dog run, so obviously it's a dog-friendly building. A lot of green space, which is nice. This aqua lounge, which is kind of like the swimming pool that you saw. And just a lot of deck, just a place to chill out in the summer. There are 13 different floor plans. There's the penthouse units, which are, as you can tell, are going to be larger. There's only 8 units on a floor versus the regular floor is 6 through 23, which are 13 units per floor. And then these are the terrace units that I was talking about that all have their own private terrace.
All right. For the people who can't read this on the screen here, we're looking at primarily 1 and 2 bedrooms on the terrace and condominium floors, and then a few 3 bedrooms up in the penthouse floors?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mainly 1 and 2 bedrooms throughout the whole building, but there are a couple of 3 bedrooms. So this is the model area. Pretty much everything you see is pretty standard. It's built to scale to some extent. Kitchen, you're going to have, your stainless appliances, European cabinets, etc. Island in the middle, living space. This is actually kind of one of the views. So the views of this building, like I said, it's at 1327 South Wabash. So, if you're facing north, we're facing north. So there's the Sears Tower to the left there, and a little bit of the Hancock. So, you've got great views north, you even have great views south, obviously great views east, and then open land kind of to the west. Standard size balcony.
What is availability like at the moment?
Well, we don't deliver until 2010.
Okay.
So that's good to know.
Right.
And there are a lot of different floor plans on different levels still available.
Okay. And then a price range just sort of roughly from low to high, then what would that be?
It really depends on the floor plan. There's 13 different floor plans, so they kind of they range everywhere. Start with a 1-bedroom. I believe the least expensive 1-bedroom is about $268 for 1-bedroom, 1 bath, a little bit over 700 square feet. Then we also have larger 1-bedrooms, and then we go into a 1-bedroom den plus 1 bath, which is probably starts around $280. And then we go up to 2-bedroom, 2 baths, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. So you got a pretty wide range. Probably the most expensive unit, 2-bedroom, 2 bath, over 1,000 square feet on the 23rd floor. I think this is probably one of the highest ones, is at $426. So everything's going to be pretty much in the high 200s, 300s level. You're going to get into the higher 300s for the larger square footage.
Okay.
And then this bedroom is actually not to scale. We ran out of room, but it actually shows, here's the bedroom for this, which would be the 11th tier. So this is a 1 bedroom plus 1 den, 918 square feet. And then the bathroom, nice soaking tub, marble countertops,
And are
growing
most of the finishes that
fixtures.
we're seeing here standard?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And
Yeah.
you said you're shooting right now for 2010?
Yep.
Okay.
We actually just moved it to 2010. It was the end of 2009.
Okay. All right. Well, great. Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely.